Hello, Vita. So nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Thank you for joining me to talk about your favorite energy tools today. Which one is your favorite?
Well, my favorite's the rose. And I like red roses personally, although you can have them in other colors. I have a friend who has one in the hot pink color. So I use the rose from the very first thing in the morning. I open my eyes and I lie in bed and I do a couple of a kind of a little ceremony. And the rose is first. I put the rose out before me, out as far as our arm reaches, all around me, on each side, on top and below me. And then I cross my hands and I vision the rose. And I say, the rose and I are one. And for me, that means that the rose is with me all day. So wherever I go, I don't have to keep setting roses necessarily. I am the rose. I have become the rose. So if I'm already the light and now I'm the rose, this is a pretty wonderful combination, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. Well said. Well said.
Well said. I put it also as I use it a lot. When I go in to make breakfast, I put it ahead of me into the kitchen so that the kitchen's all, because I live with some other people and who knows what energy they left in there. So it kind of sets the energy for the room. And I do that with the different rooms in the house when I'm in them. And once that's set, I don't redo it. It just takes care of itself. Then I go to the car and I drive and I put the roses up all around my car. I'm big on, like 6 roses up, and nobody ever bothers me except the one day that I didn't put up my roses. My front fender got hit. So no, only time. So that taught me about the roses and vehicles. It helps to keep space between vehicles. Roxanne talks about the rose in the car, quite a lot too.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your rose experience. So we use the rose traditionally and talk about it in Mastering Alchemy. It's a clearing tool. So it collects up energy that you don't want and you take it and you send it off, exploding it outside of your space, right? So that's kind of it. And then what you're talking about it here is that you're talking about it where you're setting your intentions in the day, you're setting your spatial awareness. So what does that feel like to you with this spatial awareness?
Well, it makes me very certain about my, first of all, puts me in and also I use the grounding as well. As I'm doing all of these things, I set my words, I do my grounding, all of it kind of goes together as a package. And the more you learn, the more you add to it, or you let some go and you add a new one. I find it fun to play with the tools. And so I do that. The other way, the feeling that I have is when I go into a store, say I'm going to the grocery store, right? I smile and say hello to those who are smiling and want me to say hello to, because I have said hello to some people who didn't want to know about hello. So the rose is before me, and I use the rose as a kind of a compass. It leads me too around the store. I'll just okay, I'll go left. Well, I don't really need anything over there. Just go left. You can use the exercise, that kind of thing. So I'm spreading light with the rose as I'm walking around.
That's really fun. Wow.
And it also lets me know who to talk to. There's some people, if you say, hey, I like, what a pretty shirt or something, they really don't want to hear that. So it helps me navigate.
Oh, that's really neat. Okay, so you're getting a spatial awareness in the morning of yourself, right? You're like, I'm here in the center. I've got roses kind of all around me. I'm the center point. And then when you're walking out, you're using it to navigate with.
Yeah.
And that's really neat to go, where do I need to go? What do I need to be? Who's going to be of benefit to me when I talk to them. That's a really great way to use the tool. Hot meats. Thank you, Anastasia.
Oh, you're
Do you have
welcome.
any like other tips or tricks that you want to
Well,
share with people just
at
trying the
night, I
rose?
do a clearing. I think the
Mm,
nighttime clearing is really for the rose is one of it's the last thing you do before you go to sleep. So you use the rose to pick up your energy that you've left in different places. I just go, okay, drugstore, data, I just go down and explode those roses and that energy. And then I use it also to call back any energy that I left in those places.
excellent.
Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does. Yes. So you're clearing your energy, you're clearing out old energy from the past,
Mhm.
and it's kind of helping to put you in the present moment and like just
Right.
collect everything up that was and reset. It's a perfect
Yeah, and you
reset.
feel complete. I always feel
Mhm.
complete when I do that.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your sharing.
Thank you for inviting me.